3, 2, 1.
London's. Oh shit! I
can't sing a song.
No.
We're live.
We
made episode 2.
Dude, we did it. No one thought we could fucking do it.
No. And we said we were going to do it, and we did it.
We did
amazing.
it. So now just take our word as bond.
What do you got there?
That's some claws.
I don't even know what that is.
It's water that gets you drunk.
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty rad. I'm not a big drinker, but it's just water, dude.
I don't drink.
I mean, neither. I drink water.
No. If they had an alcohol flavored Reese's Pieces cup, I would drink that.
You get drunk all the time.
I would
dude.
drink it all the time.
You'd be shit faced.
Yeah.
Like we'd have to send you to rehab for sure, dude.
You know what I've been eating? Have you ever gone to Fire Wings?
No.
It's like they have like buffalo wings and
Yeah.
stuff there.
How's
And they
it?
have a peanut sauced wings.
How is it good?
It's amazing.
Really?
It's one of the best wings I've
That's
ever
one of those
had.
things that like could go either way, really. It's hard.
Yeah, you could, but it's good. But I digress. I start thinking about food. It starts getting.
You like it better than Wingstop?
Yeah,
Because I'm a Wingstop man.
Fire is called Fire.
I haven't had a wing better than Wingstop, honestly.
Fire Wings is way better. Way better.
All right, I'm a Wingstop man, but I'll try it. I'm a pretty loyal guy though.
What's up?
I'm a
I
brand.
need to fix my mic.
I'm a loyal.
Is that better?
I'm a brand loyal guy. Can you hear him now?
Are you? Like
Yeah.
Underdogs and Outcast.
Close. Outcast Underdog.
Outcast Underdogs.
That's my brand. dude.
I want to create a brand called In Crowd and Favorites.
And Privileged. Favorites. Favorites and in crowd. Yeah.
Favorites and In Crowd. That's going to be mine.
Yeah, for sure. I like that.
All right, Fili. We had about 2 weeks off. We're going to stick to our every 2 week.
I like it.
That's good, you know. We're
Yeah, because we don't want to wear our welcome out. There's a lot of podcasts out there. You fucking.
We're not trying to break any
to.
records or anything.
Yeah, dude, this is just fun. Break any records? Get out of here. What are we at? Once a like? Who wants to
Twice
hear?
a month.
Yeah,
Twice a month. That's
but I'm
good.
saying like to listen to a podcast every week. That's crazy.
It's
dude.
actually would be more or less 2.15 episodes a month.
Yeah, I like it.
Because there's 4.3 weeks in a month.
No, what I'm saying is that these people doing shows every week. What are they? What are they trying to prove?
Yeah, I got stuff to do. Like this morning, I was on the phone with Nintendo for an hour and a half trying to link my DS controller.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of games on it, and so I have all these games on my Nintendo DS. It's like the 2015 version of Game Boy, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I have
It's the
games on
Game
it.
Boy DS.
Yeah, and then I have Nintendo Wii U, and I have a bunch of games I bought on there. Like
They'll connect. They'll connect.
What's that?
Wii U will connect, right?
Well, that's my point. It should, right? Because I have an account. So then I went online to my Nintendo account, and none of the games that I bought on my Wii U or my DS was in my Nintendo account. So I went and had a.
Was the Wii U right before the Switch?
Yes.
The Switch is newer.
Yeah, and then
Why don't you upgrade?
I don't have that yet. I don't have it.
When you called Nintendo, they're just like, yeah, you have shit from 2015. Of course, it doesn't link up.
Yeah.
Is that what they said to you?
Well,
basically?
no, I was on the phone for an hour and a half trying to explain to the lady, and then I had to get like my girl involved, and I conferenced her in.
Wait, why?
Well, because they needed the like the serial number, and then they had to they had my one account, and they had to deactivate that account to reactivate the other account. And then in the middle of the conference call, the Nintendo lady got lost, and then so I just gave up on it. So yeah, like I said, I had a lot of things to do. I'm very, very busy.
So what you're saying is you're buying a PlayStation soon, like an adult.
I already got PlayStation.
And you like the Switch better? You like the Wii U better?
Actually, that might be a good subject. And we talked about some stuff, but you were talking about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because I got that game. I haven't played it yet. But
Dude, play it. It's
tell
one
me
of the Red Dead 2 is one of the best like narrative driven games ever.
Okay.
And it serves to show you that like I think soon we'll all just be living in virtual reality.
Wait, what?
Dude, I had so much fun in Red Dead doing menial fucking tasks that you couldn't pay me to do in real life. It was like
wash dishes and stuff.
no, like okay, you have a horse now.
Yeah.
Oh, you get to ride around. Like a lot of games have done ride a horse. Like
Sure.
Horse mechanics. You can hop on a horse and ride around town, right?
Yeah.
Take your horse to the old town fucking road if you
Yeah.
want. Dude, you have to put new horseshoes on your horse and You have to brush your horse.
Yeah.
Like if your horse gets too dirty, it will get sick and not run as fast. Like you have to groom. Like having a horse in that game. I've never had a horse in real life, but I would imagine it's much like that. You have to basically pick up its shit. Like you have to, like there's a point where like to keep the people that you live with happy, you have to do chores around the house, like chop wood.
Really?
And not only are you,
how long does that take?
Dude, minutes, like minutes of your actual life chopping wood on a video game. And not only are you like compelled for some reason to do it, you fucking enjoy it.
Really?
Like you couldn't pay me right now to go chop wood. Like,
why not?
I just don't want to chop wood. Maybe that's a bad example because you could find fun in that. But I mean, like manual labor. I hate manual labor.
Yeah, you think manual labor is a Mexican guy that works at Taco Bell?
That's not true. No, I just don't want to do it.
No, I'm just joking. That was a joke. That's a joke my grandfather used to say. But no, that's interesting. So you're saying in the game there's a whole portion of the game that is basically doing minimal labor around.
Yeah,
it's
just being alive. Like you have to shave and get a haircut. Like your beard will grow.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Like I haven't shaved in 2 weeks. I grow shitty patchy facial hair that's embarrassing to walk around with, and I'm walking around with it on my face because I can't be bothered to shave.
In the game you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about my face
in
right
real
now.
Life.
I'm talking about if the face you're looking, the mouth hole I'm talking out of is covered by shitty patchy facial hair that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
I just can't be bothered to shave in real life. In the game,
okay.
I'm a fucking handsome stud in that game. I'm groomed. I just go to the barber.
So it takes about the same amount of time in real life and the video game.
Less to shave in real life. Look, I have very little facial hair. It's patchy and weird.
You don't even do that, but you'll do it in the
I
video
cannot
game.
be bothered to shave. Like I've been putting off shaving for 2 weeks. This is all I got after 2 weeks. But I've been putting off shaving for 2 weeks in real life. As soon as my guy looks scruffy in the game,
you have to go do it.
I trim him up.
What do you think? So you get like, are you currently still playing the game? What's the
I like to go for some weird reason it didn't have a lot of replay value for me. But I think.
Okay, what was your time frame of playing the game? How long did you play it for?
Maybe like 3 weeks. It's fucking good, man.
Yeah.
And I could have gone back easily and played. And there is a lot of replay value. For the reason I'm not playing now is because I'm an all or nothing guy. And like if I start playing a game like that, especially it's that good, that has that good of a story, I stop reading, I stop watching shows, I stop doing anything but the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like I'm either in the gym fighting or I'm playing this fucking game.
Yeah.
Or like, sorry, babe, we can't watch fucking Entourage or like we can't watch Umbrella Academy or Stranger Things or anything. Whatever show we were in the middle of, we can't watch that because I'm going to spend the next... Because I'll get home at 8, I'll shower, shave. Well, I won't shave, obviously. But I'll hop in the shower, I'll grab some food, I'll get in bed, and then instantly hop on the game. And I'll play that till 2 a.m.
Really?
That's it, dude.
It's
so good.
Do you normally go to bed at 2 a.m.?
I try not to unless I'm playing.
But if you're in a game, you get...
Dude, you can't put it down. Because the thing is, you have to ride your horse across... This is the best part about the game. If I'm in the western part of the map and I have to ride to the eastern part of the map, I have to actually ride my horse there.
There's no like portals to
There are, but it's very few and far between. And what the best part of the game is what happens during the in-between. So you can be riding and you'll see a deer run across and you can go hunt the deer. Sure. Or you'll be riding down the street and a girl will hop out screaming and crying, "Please help, I need your help."
And these are all side quests that you can do.
No, they just happen to you as they're not even...
And you have to do it?
They're side quests, you don't have to do it, but they just, like, this is the thing. They integrated the side quests so much that it became the funnest part of the game. Like, you could be just walking down the street with your horse and dudes jump out in the middle of the road and hold you up. Or, like, a girl needs help. Or a dude is literally being... I was riding through the hills and a man was running around naked and I followed him back to a cave where he was living with wolves. And him and the wolves attacked me.
Okay, and then what happened? Did you win?
I killed him, but then turns out that was the wrong thing to do because then my notoriety went bad. Like it was a bad moral choice.
So
like I'm saying things just happen.
But you beat the game, right?
I beat the narrative of the game. Yeah.
You beat but there's still a lot of other stuff.
I'm sure there's all.
But once you beat it, you're kind of done with it.
I sort of had to be because the way I am, I'm like an all or nothing guy.
Just like, okay, I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But like,
you should play through the story. It's fucking good.
I recently just played the Spider-Man game.
Good.
That's really... Did you play that?
Yeah, but the story was great. You could tell that the characters were done really well. I liked what they did, but the gameplay got repetitive for me.
It did?
Very repetitive.
Um,
It was the same like 4 or 5 things, but just painted different. The enemies painted different.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But it was
Is Red Dead Redemption 2, is that better?
It doesn't better for me, but yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel repetitive at all.
Huh. Well, I have it. I'm just going to play it. Now, so you started off saying that virtual reality is going to take over. What was that statement?
Yeah, I think eventually people will just get tired of this and like, or they'll be phased close out of this. Eventually, we'll just have a chip in our brain we can go home and plug in. That's what we'll do. Kids will play. Kids are dropping out of sports. They said the average age is 11 now.
Of what?
Of kids dropping out of sports for good.
Really?
I just heard on ESPN today. Yeah.
But what do you think that is, though?
Them saying it's not fun. I think it's a culture change, man. I think everyone's so good at everything physically that like at a young level, like if you're gonna like we know whether you're gonna play pro football by the time you're like 2 years into Pop Warner, basically. Like a coach can be like, that kid's gonna be something special or not. And obviously there's people who are supposed to be good and don't, and there's people who get counted out and fight their ass off and play college ball. But generally speaking, like, the kids that are going to go to the league.
I think in sports like football, basketball, probably baseball, yeah. But I don't think sports like wrestling or fighting or anything like that.
Yeah, but those sports aren't as popular.
No, that's true. That's what. Yeah,
And that's probably why. I think, but I mean, like, is wrestling a popular? I mean, the colleges are closing down wrestling programs.
Yeah, I mean it's there, it's its own niche and everything, but I wouldn't let my kid play any like
I'm saying that as a culture, maybe in a 2 or 3, 100, maybe 100 or 200 years, like all the things that we hold in our hand will just be a chip in our brain, and we'll probably go home and plug in and operate on this thing.
I think if anything, there's going to be a dramatic correction to the other direction where we would be.
I mean, that'd be rad. I hope we all.
I think so. I think that's how it is.
I just think that the trend is everything's gonna be more automated. Everything's gonna be easier. Everything's gonna.
I think we talked about this before.
We did. Yeah.
So about automation and I don't think so, but I don't want to kind of get into that tonight. We'll save. Jason, write that down. Automation and
people are gonna still want servers to get them food.
White Claws, or are they sponsored?
Yeah, no, they're both. Hopefully, you want a White Claw? That's what I like to hear. This fucking nerd. I'm doing this.
I just want to talk about PS4 and Wii.
Looks like a ruby grapefruit. They're just at the top. We'll start with those.
Okay. So
you guys are gonna see the. You guys want to see.
Stone Cold me.
You guys are gonna see the real. Yeah, then I just ruined all of our equipment. Like, Touchy Subjects is fucking canceled because Fili threw a fucking White Claw and ruined all the
sparks
equipment.
flying everywhere.
You guys are gonna see the real me on air. Check this out.
Damn! What a handsome gentleman.
Dude,
That's a cool look. You should just go with that all the time.
Yeah, that's easier for you to say because you're not missing your front fucking tooth.
Yeah, that may be true.
Cheers, boys.
All right.
You guys want to hear a beautiful sound?
Yeah. I mean, that's like drinking a wine spritzer is the least intimidating thing that you could be drinking.
Dude, I'm missing a front tooth. I have tattoos all over my throat, and I fight people for a living, dude. I don't give a shit. I'm past trying to look tough. I don't care at all, dude.
Speaking about looking tough,
Don't talk about it. Don't say it.
did
dude.
you see
Don't say it, dude.
BJ Penn?
Don't say
you
it,
saw
dude.
that, right?
Don't say it,
Let's
dude.
watch that for a second.
Please, God, don't. I don't want to watch it.
So
No,
yeah,
you-
no.
You
he's-
guys watch it.
I'm watching it. Okay. So BJ Penn is in a street fight in sandals, and he's fighting a big fat guy in cargo shorts, and he gets knocked out in the middle of the street. It's on TMZ.com.
I just dropped my hat. I'm so distraught.
What do you? That is pretty disturbing.
It's a bummer, dude.
What do you think that is?
I think Hawaiians like to fight,
Uh-huh.
and I think he's fighting a bigger dude, and
I don't blame.
Fighting is chaos, and sometimes bad things happen, man. People can get caught, especially a guy that big or that much bigger than you.
So
He's getting older too. It's a bummer, dude. It bums me out.
well, I don't think him getting knocked out is like a representation of a diminishing of his like skill set or anything. I think he was probably pissed drunk.
He's probably shit faced.
He had no idea what he was doing. That guy had no idea what he was doing. I mean, he could have easily gotten hit by a low flying crow and got knocked out. So I don't say that, but the idea that he is probably,
Whoever that was that socked BJ, I'd like to fight you. I'll say that.
I don't know. Maybe BJ was being the dick. Maybe BJ's did the wrong in this.
No.
But
no.
my point is, he's 40 years old, UFC legend. Why is he fighting fat, shirtless guys in the middle of the street?
Bro, sometimes you gotta, bro. Like you just gotta scrap.
Yeah, but at what point in your life do you put that down?
I don't know, man. Does it ever go away? I mean, I still want to punch people sometimes. I don't.
But I mean,
But sometimes you have to punch people.
No, I want to punch people all the time, but
sometimes you have to punch people. How do you know? I mean, we don't know that situation. I just know that I basically wanted to be BJ Penn when I was like 15. He was like my fucking TV dad. First it was like Batman, then it was The Rock, and then by like 13 or 14 it was BJ. So it's hard to, I don't know. It's hard to say anything bad about him, dude. I'm super biased.
Yeah, but I don't think it's anything. But like, it seems like there's like a.
Damn, this White Claw's good.
Okay, so I look at it and yeah, if I'm wrong in this, you could tell me why. But like
why are you still doing that? What do you have to prove?
The fighter, there's a certain aspect of like this cliche, and it primarily is associated with boxers and UFC fighters. It's a new sport. BJ is essentially the first generation of fighters that are retiring now, right? So he's in that first class of what he started, 99 or something, 98 or when.
Shit, I don't even know.
He started a long time
The first
ago.
time I saw him fight had to have been like 03.
But he's essentially in the first class of UFC
Pioneer,
professional fighters.
Right.
Like he's in there, he's at the beginning of it. And you look at that, you with like boxers and stuff, these guys that they couldn't let it go, that's
all they had, yeah. And
they had like I saw some documentary with Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
He was living in his gym in like a little like room that's a 5x10 room, and he was one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't see that.
I've seen that, and there's a part of me that goes, okay, is there something going on with that? Like, is he cannot let it go? Does he not have any other like things in his life? But doesn't he like own a gym? Doesn't he have he has his website and everything?
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Especially a guy like that. Like, you got to think how rapidly things are changing. Like when Joe Frazier was young, Joe Frazier's basically gone from like. I know Joe Frazier's not as old as my grandma, but I talked to my grandma once, and my grandma's really not, especially for grandma. My grandma's not very old. Like, grandma had my mom reasonably young, and my mom had me pretty young. So my grandma's not old.
Sure.
And my grandma remembers one of her early homes that she grew up in as a child not having indoor plumbing.
Okay.
Like, she remembers an outhouse.
Sure.
And so now she texts me. And now she texts me using emojis.
Yeah.
And she has an Instagram, and she'll like my pictures and comment my pictures. So my grandma's essentially gone from outhouses to iPhones. You got to think like as a guy who has probably lived through close to that, maybe not exactly, but close from outhouses to iPhones, and has also gone from.
You're talking about BJ or
no, I'm talking about
Frazier?
Frazier.
Sure, yeah.
Making a tremendous amount of money.
Like
a guy who's lived through all this change socially, technology wise.
I mean, Joe just
the whole world has changed since Joe Frazier was young to being old, and he's had and lost more money than most of us have seen. So it's like,
and you we hold that thought for a second. Just it's interesting you say that. I mean, I don't know if you know, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like Joe Frazier was like brought up on like a plantation during like Jim Crow laws.
Yeah, he had
that's like
he's like as poor as you could be. Like,
not to be derogatory, but that's literally like one notch above of being a slave.
100%.
So like and I think that's what you're kind of going.
100%. Like, he has seen so much change.
Yeah.
In his life that I'm not surprised that.
at some point he couldn't keep up with it, or like at some point maybe the world passed him by, or at some point like the thing that brought him, like he said, he fought tooth and nail. Like that's the American dream. Like you watch how many rungs you climb up on the social ladder. Like he went from living on a plantation during Jim Crow era to being a celebrity, making a shitload of money, and being in the public eye. It's not a surprise that through all this change, he held on to the one thing that was basically the biggest source of good in his life. Like the thing that
which
pulled
was
him,
fighting.
Which was fighting.
So okay,
like, it's no wonder that he held, like through all these changes and transitions, whether good or bad, like he couldn't let it go. Like it makes sense. That's like the anchor.
What you're saying, you feel like, and that's might be a common theme with a lot of fighters.
I feel it through all the good and bad parts of my life. Through all the chaotic, like through all the chaos and the good times and the ups and the downs, whatever, fighting and especially Team Alpha Male has always been sort of an anchor. It's always pulled me back to center, right? Like, so I could see that maybe as things start to fall apart when you're an older guy or things ain't going the same, you hold on tighter to this thing that's brought you back before. Except now that thing it's sort of diminishing returns. That thing isn't providing you the same
accolation.
Yeah, it isn't providing you the same even sanctuary that it did before. It's not providing the same things it did before. But through all these ups and downs, all you've done is hold on to this. It's hard to let that go, man. Especially if you're one of the best guys ever, right? I mean,
now, okay, so I think we're tapping in. So we're tapping into like this theme of kind of like the internal warrior that just it's just hard to maybe. What you're saying is integrate within society,
yeah, for sure,
because of this thing. Do you think BJ might be suffering for something like that?
Maybe. I mean, I don't want to speak on BJ. Like, it might be lifestyle stuff. It might be. I mean, whatever it is. I love BJ. I hope he gets through it. Solid man, and it's hard.
I mean, for all we know, that we saw his 2-second clip. BJ could have been having fun with his
who knows?
Really drunk. That guy could have went and grabbed his girlfriend's butt.
Who knows?
We don't know what happened.
Who knows what the story is, right? Like, I think that there is definitely, like, I'll say this to answer your question. Like, I think people get mad at fighters sometimes where they're like, oh, he said this or he did this or he blah, 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 blah. My kid was watching and he flipped off the camera.
Sure.
Yo, like, the thing that makes us get locked in a cage and fucking fight for a living, it also makes us do other stuff that you might not like. We're not playing golf. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing golf, but we're not playing golf, dude. Like, it takes a certain kind of individual to fight. Yeah. And the kind of individual that takes to fight and be a successful fighter doesn't always transfer over to being the most well-adjusted citizen of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy who's going to fit right into society and jump right to the next thing. Sometimes you got a guy like Faber who, like, you could throw Faber in any situation and land on his feet. He'll figure it out.
Sure.
He'll end up with some money in his pocket and make friends with everybody in the room. And Faber's like a very good example of how to do it right, in my opinion.
Sure.
But for every Faber, there's 100 of other people.
Well, I think this is another side note we talked about a little bit is Connor went and punched that old guy in the bar.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, it's kind of it's peculiar behavior, to say the least. Here it is. There's Connor right there, and then fast forward it to a little bit. I think it's a good and he's just talking with some guy.
I think the guy doesn't want his drink. He doesn't want his drink.
Yeah. He doesn't want it, and then Connor looks like the guy says something to him. Connor pours some alcohol, and then it's about to happen. It looks like there's some words being said, and there's guys in between them.
One guy goes, hurt, and the other guy goes, hurt.
And then he cold cocked the guy when the guy turned his head. That's kind of a cheap shot.
It was more of a mush. I mean, it was a cheap shot, but it was more of a disrespecting than a try to hurt you thing.
Yeah. I wonder if this is set up.
I'm not justifying anything, but I don't know, man. I just think...
I think this goes to your point of, like, there's like... You know, there's a reason why when you go to, like, say, Lake Tahoe, it says, don't feed the bears.
Right.
Because it's a fucking bear.
It's a bear.
You know? And, like, you got a guy that's willing to get locked into a cage and literally, I mean...
Fight for his fucking life.
Yeah, you're going to fight to the death, literally, essentially. Yeah. The only thing that's stopping is the other referee.
100%.
I mean, so there's definitely a different wavelength that fighters are working on in that sense. And
Yeah, I also think, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to speak on Conor. Like, Frazier is one thing because I'm removed from it, but it's hard to speak on Conor or BJ because...
well, I think we're just talking in a general sense.
Yeah, so it's hard to speak on them specifically, but it's not something I'd want to do, but in a general sense, like I said, I think the thing that makes us fighters, yeah, it ain't always pretty, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, it doesn't always manifest in this. Like, you see a guy like Conor or BJ with a belt over their arm, over their shoulder, and kissing their families and celebrating with their people, and it's a beautiful thing, I'm gonna get to do that soon. I can't wait, but that's not it. Like, that ain't the only thing, Like, that you see these people, so you remember them for that moment with the belt around their waist and their hands are above their head and they're hugging their wife and kids and they're giving the speech that you never forget. Yeah, that's part of fighting too, but so is the fucking loneliness. So is the chaos, man. So is that internal struggle. So is the doubt and the losses and the grind, man. So is the damage you take. So is these things that you've been so the things that you've been through that made you adapt to be the kind of person that fights for a living. Like, those are all still with you, know. So
you mentioned, you said, okay, there's the glory and then there's the pain, essentially, right? One of the things that stuck out to me, the first thing you said, is the loneliness. What does that mean? I don't even know what you're talking about. Explain.
I don't want to sound like a dickhead, but that's a perfect example. It's like, you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, people, it's such a douchey thing to say, but it's harder to find better words. Like, people don't get it. Like, if you're not a fighter, it's hard to get. But you wrestled in college, like, you've had a taste of it.
Well, I'm curious of what you mean by that. Like,
I mean,
because I'm assuming you're speaking from your personal take.
My take, but also what I've seen other people go through.
You said
It's lonely, man. I've sacrificed, me personally. I don't have to speak on anyone else. I've watched my friends and family and girlfriend and everyone get to go do things that I've missed out on. I've planned things.
Are you talking about like the sacrifice?
Talking about making sacrifices. I'm talking about getting your ass beat in the gym and no one else is getting their ass beat but you, and then you got to go home and you got to fucking go. You got to get your ass beat. Like, if I go to a pro practice at 9:30 in the morning and I get fucked up from 9:30 to 11, I still got to go home and fucking interact with my little sister and my girlfriend and my mom. Like, I still got to walk to the grocery store and not fucking snap on the first person who is rude to me. Like,
yeah,
I just got my ass beat for an hour and a half all morning by some of the best fighters in the world. Maybe some days I'm the one beating their ass and they got to do this. Like, but there's a loneliness.
It's not like getting a couple numbers wrong on your report that you just sent to your boss.
Exactly.
This is not only physically harmful or hurtful to you, the very emotionally hurtful to you as well.
It's one of those things where it's hard to get unless you're doing it every day. It's like when you win a fight, everybody is like, when I say loneliness, there's all kinds of things. Like, you're the only one getting your ass beat. Ain't nobody getting your ass beat with you. Like, you're the only one like when I've planned things and I've planned things that I'm excited to go do with my friends, and then when the date comes, I go, man, I just booked a fight. I can't go party. Like, I can't go to that. I can't go to that concert with you guys. Like, I got to stay home. Like, I'll tell my girlfriend.
Like, escape room. I always ask you to escape room. You're always, I got to fight, bro.
I do have a fight. I want to go to the escape room.
And I didn't get out this weekend.
But I'm only going to go if I can bring the car. These help me think better, dude. I can navigate the escape room. I forgot faster.
I'm sorry. I digressed.
No, I love it.
So, yeah, you got the loneliness.
It's just it's lonely, man. There's all kinds of things. You miss out on things in fight camp. You miss out on experiences. You get your ass beat. No one else gets their ass beat with you. It's something you got to do on your own. Like, you win a fight, everybody's your best fucking friend. You lose a fight, no one gives a fuck about you. It is the highest highs and then the lowest lows.
Do you feel that way, or because I mean,
whether it's the truth or not, you feel that way after a loss. 100%. I feel that way after a loss.
I mean, but after you lose, do you feel like people give you support, or no?
There's two sides to that. As I've gotten older and I've built a better support system around myself, I do get more genuine support after a loss. When you're young, it's worse. Or for me, when I was young, it was worse because I had a lot of hanger-ons and fair weather people and shit. But I do feel like there's a few select people that have my back no matter what. But
it's a subconscious thing, man. It's a hierarchy thing. It's a primate thing. Like, people look at me different whether they know it or not after I lose a fight. People are willing to listen to me talk less amount of time. Like, after I win a fight, I could ramble on about. Right after I win a fight, I could stand in front of people and go, and they'd be wide-eyed and hang on every word. But after I lost the fight, I could be in the middle of saying something that's really heartfelt, and I could see people start going, like, halfway through what I'm saying, they go, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Start looking at the phone. Like, there is a thing.
You notice a distinct
people love a winner.
behavioral reaction
100%.
to, Fili coming off a win versus Fili coming off a loss.
100%. And it's only going to be wins from now on. But I've had the times where you come off of a loss, and you go, oh, shit. These people that were excited to present me with some opportunity a week ago, that opportunity is not on the table anymore. And they're not answering my texts,
Huh. That's interesting. Do you want to take this call?
I think we have our first caller, dude.
Yeah, we might as well take a first caller. You're on the air. This is Touchy Subjects.
Yo, is this Touchy Fili? Where's Touchy Fili, man?
What's up, G?
You can close the door.
Yo.
Hey, speak up just a little bit. We're having trouble hearing you.
Okay, hello?
What up, G?
Yo, what's up, dude? It's Andre?
What up, brother?
Yo, I need to ask you a question, bro. Alright, man?
Ask away.
It's a very serious question, alright?
All right, yeah. This is touchy subject, so it has to be serious. Come on, bro.
Alright. So what do you do, right, when you have, like, a very overprotective girlfriend, and she just wants to know where you're at all the time, and she's just, like, bitching, and she wants to look at your phone all the time, and, like, if you follow her on Instagram, she just trips about it. What do you do, man? Do you leave, or, like, what's up? Like, do you talk about it with her, or call me out, dude?
I would say
bitch in check,
I
bro.
would say before you do you love the girl? Do you love her?
Yeah, dude, she's tight as fuck.
Because if you don't love her, then just you got to tell her cut that shit out or dip. But if you love her and you want to be with her, the first thing is communication. Because the most important thing is trust. You have to trust each other, and to build trust, you got to communicate. So you got to let her know, like, look,
Right.
I already have a mom. I don't need a mom. Especially if you don't go through her phone and you don't need to check on her, then you should let her know, man, like, there has to be some independence. Like, no matter how much you love a person, you can't be on top of each other all the time. You can't be constantly hounding each other for your location. You can't be going through each other's phone. Like, that's not a girlfriend. That's a fucking warden. Like, she can't be going through your phone.
Yeah.
She can't be. The other thing is, so there's two sides. She has to relax. She has to chill out. She has to understand that you're a fucking man. Like, she can't be going through your phone and checking you and hounding you on every little thing. But you also have to make sure that you don't give her reasons to not trust you. Because it goes both hand in hand.
Right.
If you give her reasons to not trust you, then you're sort of inviting that type of behavior, right? But I can't tell you about your relationship because I don't know you guys personally, but that'd be my biggest thing, man. You got to communicate. You got to tell her, look, like, enough's enough. Like, you can't go through my phone. You can't go through this. You have to, if you're gonna be together, you have to have a certain amount of trust and respect. That's my thing, and I would kick it to her like that. And if she's not willing to hear you out and open that line of communication, she probably ain't the one. Because she's probably tight. There's a lot of really cool girls out there, man. There's a lot of really cool girls, really hot girls. You sound like you're pretty young, so there's probably a lot of opportunity.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 18. I'm turning 19 in September.
I was going to
So
guess
next month,
19.
basically.
I was going to guess 19. Look,
Yeah.
19 is not the age to sweat any chick. Even if she's your soulmate, you'll figure it out. You guys can communicate and build that trust. If she ain't your soulmate, don't spend too much time, brother. You're 19. Have some fun.
I got to take on this guy.
Yeah, now Carlino, hey, Studboy's got some stuff to say,
Well,
but
for one thing,
I'm scared for both of us.
I would first say the chances he would not be with her if she wasn't this over controlling chick.
You don't think so?
So the way I see it is that this dude, this is his way for him to, for his way to find significance. So he finds a chick. This chick is over controlling. Then he likes to call up radio shows and tell people about how his chick's over controlling.
Oh my God!
And
don't listen to this fucking guy.
You act like it's.
Don't listen to this asshole.
No.
Dude.
This is my take on it. So
all right, I'm listening.
In,
I'm listening, but I'm gonna regret it.
But this is a way that individuals such as this gentleman on the phone, they find significance in their life. So he goes around and he says, he finds a chick that is overbearing on him, and then he goes and her overbearingness gives him value, like versus somebody that doesn't care about him. Like if so, he somehow conveys or I guess what word I'm looking for. Somehow he thinks that a controlling chick is somehow showing him love, and that's what ultimately I would argue he is looking for that person, and he found that. He's going to complain on what he says, but the reality of it, if it's a behavior he doesn't like, he wouldn't put up with it. Like
Well,
for example,
he's not putting up with it right now. He's looking for help.
Well, you just go upset. Hey, stop looking at my fucking phone. It's not that hard to do.
And not for you.
Well, I'm
Maybe
saying
it's hard for him. He's
Yeah,
19.
well, because he wants that.
You've had like he's 19. You've had like 40 years of life experience
I
on
understand that. I understand that, but
Carlino's 59, dude, if you're wondering.
But what I'm saying is that I believe that most behavior has some type of motivation behind it, and somehow this guy.
Would you agree that at 19 sometimes you don't even understand your own actions or what?
That's what I'm saying. He does. No, I'll agree.
At least he's taking the step though.
And that's why my advice is that the idea of like he's going to go and correct this lady is that, and he's looking at as if he doesn't have agency over his own life.
I need another claw, dude.
Like he doesn't have control over the situation.
I don't want black
He has
cherry.
100% control over this situation, and I would argue is that he wouldn't be in this relationship if this chick wasn't doing that. That's all I'm saying. So
I don't know about all that. I mean, only you know. What's your name, brother?
My name's Alex, dude.
Alex. Only you know that. But I'll tell you this, man.
well, let him date. Like give him
Take my advice and not Studboy's. That's all
Well,
I'll say.
I didn't even give him advice. What's your outlook on our two commentary on your relationship?
What's
Alex?
my what?
How do you?
What do you think about what we said?
Yeah,
what do you
good-
think about
good-
what we
good-
both said?
good-
I mean, like, yeah, dude, Touchy, yeah, he has a point. You know, I should, like, pretty much just, like, figure shit out on my own if I believe it or not. If I think that it's right for me, then, you know, I'll continue on. But if not, I say fuck it and just move on.
You got to
Other
communicate.
guy, yeah. Other guy, he was talking shit.
Studboy, it's not other guy. I'm not. I'm not the other guy. All right.
Fuck.
Nah, I'm just fucking around.
I like this kid,
Nah,
dude.
but yeah.
Hey, look, don't give her reasons to not trust you, first of all. Second, open that line of communication, dude. Tell her you got to put your foot down. Like, don't fucking go through my phone. It's nonsense. But open line of communication.
What's the
and tell
chances
her.
this guy goes through her phone?
Do you, Alex? Do you go through her phone?
Do I go through her phone? It's like.
Yeah, damn it, Alex.
Damn
it, Alex.
It's mutual now, dude. It's mutual.
Okay,
That's
look
why-
it. Listen. You can't, bro. Alex. The first thing is you can't perpetuate the same shitty habits that you're trying to get rid of in your relationship. Look it. Stop going through her fucking phone. Listen. Stop going through her phone. She stops going through yours. Open the line of communication. This is a simple fact of life, brother. I know it's weird because you're 19, your testosterone's fucking just flowing, overloading your brain. Your chick walks around seeing dudes she wouldn't mind fucking every day. And you walk around seeing chicks you wouldn't mind fucking every day. But you're in a relationship, so you don't fuck those people. That has to be enough to base a base foundation level of trust on, or else the relationship will not work.
And
You got to
I'm
have
saying-
that, and you got to have that
I'm
conversation
saying
with
the
her.
second she stops going through his phone is the second the relationship ends.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what he's seeking. Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, the number one thing I could say is you're 19, dude. Have fun. As soon as it stops being fun, get the
18.
fuck out of there. Yeah, 18. Well, we're saying that we'll round up to 19. As soon as it stops being fun, get the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Alex.
Damn.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys.
Hey, go ahead and follow the show for us. Do us a huge favor. Follow the show.
Yeah.
Call in and tell your friends to call in because we
Go
just
to,
started up.
TouchySubjects.com.
Yep.
All
Touchy
right.
Subject Show.
Subject Show.
Alex, thank you. Hey, straight up though, thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Hey, one more thing though, yeah. If
Yeah.
you could do this like really big favor for me. I just want to like later on, if you guys record this live stream, right?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
like pre-record it, and I can just watch it later on.
Yeah, of course.
All right. You guys mind, Andre? You mind doing me a big favor, dude?
Depends on the
Just
favor.
Just say like shout out to the lady, and
Is that your
stop giving her a
girlfriend?
Hard time. Yeah, that's my girlfriend. Just tell her to stop giving me a hard time.
Oh yeah,
Tell her I love her.
shout out to Delaney, dude. Your boy loves you. Stop going through his phone. He's not fucking other bitches.
Delaney, the second you stop going through his phone, you're out.
Delaney,
Of there, so do not.
You're gonna listen to me.
If
You're
he
gonna
has
listen
a
to
sock
him.
drawer, go through that.
Delaney.
He needs you to go through everything.
Oh my God, Delaney, do not listen to this man to my left. Just please stop going through my boy Alex's phone. Alex, stop going through Delaney's phone. The two of you are young and in love. It's the end of summer. That's some fucking storybook shit. Enjoy it, please.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
guys.
Later.
Thanks so much, yo.
Thank you.
Keep
Drop my damn hat.
You keep dropping it back there. Okay.
Leave the kid alone.
That was a good transition. So,
Why do you hate love?
I don't hate love. I'm just calling it as I see it.
You hate love. You
That's
guys want
all I
another?
gotta
You guys want
say.
another one of these? How do you guys feel about Black Cherry? If you don't want it, I don't blame you. I'll take it. All right. A Black Cherry. Both of you guys? Valhalla, brother.
Don't drink too much because you have 2 more of those. You guys become legally married in this state.
Whatever, dude. I could use the tax break.
So, a couple other news this week. We got into some personal stuff, but one thing we want to talk about. We left last episode. We had kind of a heavy episode.
Yeah.
Of talk about Nazis.
Oh, dude, so heavy. Why did we started just right? And you motherfuckers want to listen to touchy subjects? You're going to hear about Nazis on the first episode.
That's
crazy.
But we started getting into some comic book stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, Joe Rogan. Did you see this? Okay.
No, what happened?
Think about this. Look, our boy Station over here.
Yeah.
Okay, on Joe Rogan, we don't have to pull it up though, but he had a 6 days. Remember this? 6 days after our episode, he had a guy on, and they started talking about punching a Nazi and everything.
Okay.
6 days after our episode. Okay.
You could say we're trendsetters.
That was on episode 1337.
Nice.
Okay. 6 days after. Okay. I got one thing.
I'm with you.
Add the 2 middle numbers of that episode. What do you got?
What's the episode? 6.
Okay.
1337.
1337.
6.
Okay. 6 days after ours.
Yeah.
If you add the 2 middle numbers
6.
and you subtract the 2 last numbers.
Oh my God.
Do I gotta say anything else? 666. They mentioned that after our episode. That's all I gotta say. I mean, do I need to say more?
You're going to somehow or another convince people that everyone is a Nazi just because you say so. That's not
Exactly what we talked about.
Fucking punching Nazis.
Stealing our shit. But regardless.
I mean, if anyone should borrow it, I mean, who knows? Maybe I heard it on his at one point. I mean, I listen to Rogan a lot. Who knows?
Yeah, that's not whatever.
I mean, if anyone's going to talk about the same stuff we're talking about, that's a pretty good marker that we're doing the right thing, right?
I think it's pretty clear that we're the trendsetters in this market.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you.
I don't think we need to really discuss.
Shout out to Joe Rogan.
But
Fuck, what a guy, dude. Joe Rogan's a hell of a guy.
what came out in this last 2 weeks, though, is the new trailer for episode 9.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for you to shit all over this.
Okay, did you see this yet?
You hate fun, you hate love.
No. Okay, so
You
before
hate fun, you hate love, you hate Star Wars.
Well, I was a huge Star Wars fan.
You hate everything.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Have you ever seen? You watch South Park? Have you seen the one with member berries?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember?
Yeah, remember? Yeah.
I remember.
Remember Chewbacca?
Remember Chewbacca? Remember Ghostbusters? Yeah, I remember. So this trailer, there's
I thought it was a joke. I didn't think it was the real trailer.
no, it's 2 minute. It's a 2 minute trailer.
A minute and 45 of
half
it
the
is,
trailer
is old stuff.
is just so that's not a good
Like,
sign.
do you remember this?
Yeah. So
Like, that's what I heard in my head the whole time.
I want to do my member berries of the first of it, and then
We're going to lose
talk
every
about
follower
this.
we had.
Okay, so this is the trailer, and it starts out. What's up with this? Okay, there we go.
Member berries.
Yeah. So the trailer comes out. Oh, what the heck? It takes 5 seconds. All right. So we have a blank. Okay, and it comes out. It has the 2 sons. Luke's out there. And it's like, remember Ben Kenobi? No, I remember. I remember Ben Kenobi. and then it's just all footage of the first episodes, and then it goes back into. Remember Boba Fett? I love Boba Fett.
Remember Chewbacca?
I remember Chewbacca. I like Chewbacca.
The whole thing is just.
Remember the Emperor? I don't like the Emperor.
I can't wait to talk about this, dude.
Okay. Well, we don't need to go through it all.
No,
though.
I want you to do your thing because
I'm just watching
No,
this.
I'm going to say something that I think is going to be unsettling to you.
Well, just spit it out now. Let's say it.
Star Wars isn't that good.
What do you mean?
Star Wars isn't good.
You got fucking.
I have Darth Vader tattooed on me. I love the comic books.
Okay.
I love Star Wars, but it's not that good.
Why is it not that
Objectively, if I told you this isn't going to be good.
good? This is going to be terrible.
This is going to be terrible.
Yeah, that's no.
If I walked up to you and I said, "Hey, man, pretend you just landed on Earth. You never seen Star Wars."
Yeah.
Well, if you just landed on Earth, you probably don't know about movies. Pretend you know nothing about Star Wars. I go, "Hey, dude, you know Harry Potter? Yeah. You know Lord of the Rings? Yeah." It's like that, but there's 9 fucking movies,
Yeah.
and only 3 of them are good. You'd be like,
No.
You'd be like, "That's not cool. I don't want to watch that." I'm like, "No, trust me.
There's 6 that are good, and then Han Solo was good, and
You didn't even watch Han Solo. You boycotted it.
I boycotted. Then I saw it after the
Dude,
boycott was.
Star Wars fans are the fucking worst nerds, dude. Star Wars fans are the worst nerds.
Why?
Because all you guys do is bitch about this thing that you're supposed to love, but you hate it.
No, I
You
love
hate
it.
You. No one hates Star Wars more than
I
Star
love the
Wars
first
fans.
6 episodes, and then Disney got hold of it, and they turned it into this bullshit nostalgia.
Episode 1 isn't that bad. I liked Episode 1 as a kid. I don't mind it now.
It's great.
How the fuck does Anakin go from killing? Like, he goes from being the chosen one to killing children in like 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
one,
bad.
one
It's bad.
small platform.
No, if you've read,
it's not that big.
No, if you read the comics, you understand that like the reason why Anakin is a compelling character,
Yeah.
is his shift from the good side. It's yin
Sure.
yang. It's the duality of man. It's his shift from the light to the dark side.
Yes.
There is a gradual shift that he fights tooth and nail, that the people around him who initially hate his guts and don't want anything to do with him, who then adopt him as family, who then look out for him and raise him, they see it the whole way through. Like there's a scene.
Wait. So you're saying as a kid?
I'm saying that in the comic books,
Okay.
the shift from the light side to the dark side is so compelling and it's so well done
Okay.
through the Clone Wars comic books that like it hurts you when he becomes Vader. And in the movies, it's like, here's a guy.
Well,
he's
no.
a little kid. Now he's a whiny teen. Now he murders kids.
Well, no.
Now he's Vader.
Okay.
And you're just like, why do I give a fuck about any of these people?
I will say
It's so hot in here.
Yeah,
It's
it is
hotter
hot.
than Satan's
Yeah,
nutsack in here. I'll fucking lose it.
I will say that
Why haven't we got a fan? We have $8,000 worth of electronic equipment and no fan.
I'll say yes, maybe they could have done a better job at transitioning
But that's the whole point of the movies.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's no.
The whole point of the
How do you
movies.
how's the Empire start? It's this whole false flag, and then
Yeah, and we could have
have
spent and look at if we wanted to cover all of the socio-political shit in
Yeah.
that movie, we need like 6 more movies.
yes.
I'm saying they focus so much on the fucking Empire taking over and the political shit, which is cool, but that should have played, in my opinion. The reason all of us fucking nerds watch this stuff is character development and story and telling and narrative. And
See, no,
this-
I look at for the geopolitical struggle
No one-
between the Trade Federation and the Intergalactic Empire.
no one does that.
That's what I liked about it. I
Beautiful.
like that they showed the Senate and
Dude,
then
no
this
one cares
this
about the
poli-
Senate. We want to see No!
No, I like when they
Oh
voted.
my God, no one cares about Senate voting.
My favorite
No
part
one
is when
cares
they
about
voted.
political espionage in a fucking sci-fi action thriller fucking No. We care about
But no, then they have
we
to
care
show-
about the characterization. We care about the duality of man. We care about the struggle
Yes.
of someone who comes from nothing trying to be to balance the fact that he's the chosen one on his shoulders when everything in him
And
is
they
telling
did-
him
and they did that.
No, they didn't.
They didn't do a good enough job.
They did a terrible job.
Well-
like a real bad job.
I wouldn't say a real bad job.
A really bad job.
I wouldn't say.
They did a really bad
no,
job.
he had the struggle.
Let me ask you this: in the next movie,
Do we find out that Jar Jar Binks is secretly the master behind
That
all
would
of
be
this?
awesome if he did.
Dude,
you
would
saw that
finally
online?
make you fucking happy?
That would. No, I wouldn't because they fucked this up totally.
Yeah,
Because of the Last Jedi.
we could do an entire podcast on how they just destroyed.
There's
this
a whole
thing.
industry out there of hating on.
They just
new
destroyed
Star-
it. But here, But here's the thing, it's technically canon.
Yeah.
So if over half of something sucks, what's a failing grade? 50.
Well, I would not. I would not say.
Half of it sucks.
I think it's clear. There's a clear distinction of when it jumped the shark. It's when fucking Disney took
We're
it
not talking
over
about jumping the
and
shark.
it turned into this money grab bullshit nostalgia.
Everyone but you hates the prequels.
No, bullshit.
Everyone but you hates the prequels.
Bullshit.
Everyone
That
hates
you know, and that's people love it, but they love to hate on it too. It's bullshit. People love the prequels.
No, sir.
And they were good.
I would love. Can we take a poll? Do we listen? Do we have
They
a
were
poll?
good.
Do we have a poll? Like I want to. If we polled the
Can
internet,
we could do polls on this,
oh,
right?
dude,
let's have a poll for
the
next
prequels
episode.
Suck my balls, and not in a good way, dude. The prequels rub me in all the wrong ways, and everyone else.
You just said episode 1 was good.
Episode
Dude,
one
remember
was
when
okay.
Jar Jar was running around and like ran into Qui-Gon Jinn and he was like, "Whoa, I don't know where I'm going." That was awesome.
Now you're trolling.
Now, I'm joking about
You're
that.
fucking trolling me
okay,
now.
Jar Jar was a miss, but he was annoying.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody goes, "Oh, they don't like the prequels," and they go Jar Jar. It's like, well, he was annoying. He was
That's
supposed to be
not why.
annoying.
That's not why.
Yes,
That's
that
not
is why.
That's not why.
Dude, it is why. Like, go back and watch the prequels, and watch how just the cinematography in them, how detailed George Lucas was in them, and how like it is amazing how badass those movies are. And
prequels-
there was one little thing that you didn't like about it.
No, that's not okay. Hold on.
What do you-
I'm trying to. I was gonna set up a Instagram live, but here's the thing.
No, he's gonna put a poll up, and we're gonna find that on next episode.
Okay, just for my own sake, can I do this real quick?
Go ahead.
For my own sake. For my own
So
sake.
you're going on Instagram.
Yeah,
Live right
I
now.
want to take a poll right now. Do the Star Wars prequels suck? Are they not even suck? Are the Star Wars prequels subpar? Yes or no?
Subpar to what?
To the original. To the original. To the standard that the original. three
Okay,
set.
I mean, I'm not going to argue they're better than their originals. I'm going to argue that they're way better than the ones that they are now. And I'm going to argue that they're good movies. I'm going to say
I'll
they're
give you
movies that I
episode-
liked and enjoyed and had a lot of fun watching them.
Episode 1. Yeah, but you also thought that the DC universe is good too.
So,
It's bad.
They are good.
It's objectively bad.
it's way better than the Black Panther.
Oh, I gotta go, dude. I'm not saying Black Panther's the best. Black Panther's a little overhyped. You are trolling at this point.
But one thing, the next Black Panther, you could. I want to hear your talk on
Okay.
this. I want to advocate to have the. I personally think in all movies, especially comic book movies, the most important aspect of it is the villain in the movie.
Killmonger's a good villain.
What's that?
Killmonger's a good villain.
Who's Killmonger?
The bad guy in
Black Panther? Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. The next Black Panther, I think it would be badass if Kraven the Hunter is the villain.
That would be badass.
The world's greatest hunter.
Yeah.
That would be badass.
I'm a Craven guy, dude, honestly.
Dude, Craven is badass,
He
huh?
is, yeah.
I
When he's
think
done well, he's badass.
I think he could be a really good. I think he could stand on his own and
Yeah.
because he's a
Who
character.
would play him, like Gerard Butler or something? A Gerard Butler resurgence?
Yeah, maybe. I like Gerard
That'd be
Butler. I just
nice.
saw
I
a
like
movie
that.
with him this weekend.
Yeah.
He's good. But like someone, he's the world's greatest hunter, and he's not evil, and he's more of just a mercenary.
He's just driven.
and he's
He
driven
just
by
wants to be the best.
exactly. And it doesn't matter if it caused death, it causes death.
Yeah.
Whatever it is to be the best, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting character.
I like it.
I think we'll end on that. We agreed on that.
We did.
We'll talk more Star Wars next time. So what episode are we on? What are we doing next one?
Black Panther is better than all the DC movies.
No. Are we good for September 11th? That's next week. We're
September
off the
11th.
following week. You good with that?
Never forget.
Are we going to say that
Yeah.
officially? You guys
do
good for that?
I'm not scared. If that's what
All
you're
right. We'll say 2 weeks. We're going to be here.
asking. 2 weeks, we'll talk about why judging a book by its cover is a.
Oh, we didn't even get
Interesting
into that, huh?
We don't need to.
Okay, but we will talk about that.
Next week, we're talking about why judging a book by its cover is fucking important. And not judging a book by its cover is a stupid saying.
You want to judge a book by its cover.
You should.
So you know what I want?
If the book cover says Tom Clancy and it's got a guy shooting an AR-15, you fucking know what you're in for.
What happens if the book is like, it says Playboy and has chicks with big boobs on it, and then you open it up, it's all dicks and buttholes.
That's a poorly edited fucking cover. That cover is fundamentally flawed. It is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
One story is when I was a kid, my buddy got in trouble because this kid in our grade made this porno mag. I mean, this is how old I am. Like porno mags, that's all you could get.
Yeah, that's what you get.
That was like a badass thing. He made a super porno mag where he just took a bunch of porno mags, like a bunch of Playboy, and glued them all together into like one super porno mag. I wish I. And then my buddy,
you get your hands on that thing. I'd have him sign it.
My buddy left in his backpack or his book bag, and then had his dad and bring him his book bag, and he left it.
Oh no.
And his dad found it, and he got in trouble. But it was pretty funny.
Before we get out of here, do you get mad at your kid for that?
Now I look back, his dad was pretty cool about it. But
because I'm thinking like how old were you guys? You had to be like 12.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
If my 12 or 13-year-old has a porno, like you have a talk with him, you don't get mad. You get mad? Do you get mad at 13?
No, I don't know how do you get mad at any kid for anything?
Yeah.
I don't. But
it's weird. Yeah.
Like it's like what type of discipline do you need to put on them for that?
But well, especially for a porno mag.
Yeah.
It's probably just a conversation. But you got in trouble though.
No, I forget what it was. I don't know. His dad had a.
His dad had plenty. His dad was like, "I'm going to confiscate this."
Well, he had. Yeah, he did. I think he did do
for
that.
sure.
But he
was like, "Son of a bitch! This is the mega." He brought it all. He showed his friends. Like, "See what my fucking kid made?"
Well, he didn't make it. Some other kid made it, but this kid should be like.
Yeah.
He should be running his own company now. At 12 years old, he made this thing. Should we take a call or?
Let's do it. Let's end on a call.
We're gonna end on a call. Okay, you're on there.
What's up, dog?
Well, hold on. We can't hear you.
I heard him. He's coming in. He's coming in aggressive. Let's hear it one more time.
I said, "What's up, motherfucker?"
What up, fool?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm great. I'm 2 White Claws deep, and I'm hanging with the boys, so everything is good.
Oh, with the boys. Well, that's awesome. Well, this is your Coach Kirian, and I just saw the number on your IG.
Oh, what's up, Coach K?
Who's this guy?
This is my kickboxing coach down at CSA. This is the greatest American kickboxing coach of all time.
Sir, I was about to talk a lot of shit to you, but good thing you announced.
No, this guy. No, not only is this guy a good. Like, not only does he coach the best fighters in the world, he's very proficient with all form of firearms. So he's not the guy to talk shit to.
Yeah, well, good thing he said that because I would have been in trouble.
Yeah, dude. He'll hunt you down. You want to talk about Craven the Hunter?
I mean, I was going to ask if this was still Studboy Radio, but so it's good.
No, it's touchy subjects now. Yeah,
Touchy
we've changed things. We only talk about stuff that'll piss people off.
Yeah, that's a much better concept.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, since it sounds like I'm your last caller.
Yes, sir.
Who did you piss off today? What did you cover? Wrap up the show for me. I missed it. Tell me.
I think honestly I don't think we pissed off anyone but Studboy because everything I'm saying is correct. Studboy, listen, my co-host here, Chris Carlino, aka Studboy, is trying to argue with me all kinds of crazy things. Like the first thing he's trying to argue is that Black Panther is worse than the Justice League movies. Now look, I love DC comics, the DC universe, the DC cinematic universe. It's not good. It's off to a rough start.
Studboy, until they release the Snyder Cut, you have no argument. Next subject. Go ahead.
I'll give him that. Here's the thing. The other thing is he's trying to tell me, look, my argument is this. I have Darth Vader tattooed on me. In no way am I not a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. Watched the movies, read the comics. This guy sitting next to me is trying to tell me, I made the case that, hey, look, a failing grade is 50% or below. We can argue that episode 9 is coming out and it's going to suck, right? Just like the last 2 have sucked. If a third of your movies out of your whole series are good, you're not good. Star Wars isn't good.
there's 3 good movies out of 9 that will be.
Well, I said
total.
there's 6 good. That's the.
Yeah, the problem is he thinks the prequels are good.
Well,
And
okay, ask him what he
objectively, the
thinks.
prequels are not good.
Ask him-
Episode 1 is okay, and the scene on Mustafar, I believe it is, where Anakin gets burned by the lava, is good. The one scene in the 3rd movie, I believe, and the whole first movie are
You forgot
okay.
about when they voted in the Senate.
Dude, no, oh my
Ask this
God.
gentleman. Ask him what he thinks about the
Coach, are the prequels good? Objectively, are the prequels good?
Well, so Studboy, how old are you?
I am 39 years old.
All right. Well, did you see Star Wars in a movie theater?
I saw the prequels in the movie theater.
Oh Jesus!
But you did not see Star Wars. You did not see Empire.
I have videotape of me playing with a Ewok village from Endor when I was 6 years old. So
You're not
that's
answering
how
the man's
far
question.
back I go back.
You're not answering the man's question,
well,
sir.
I didn't see Star Wars
Okay.
before I was born.
Of the three of us, I am the only one that saw the first 3 movies in the movie theater.
That's true.
And I had the glass Burger King cups. I had every Star Wars toys imaginable. Let me tell you, Star Wars was one of the best science fiction movies of all time. Empire Strikes Back is probably the best science fiction movie of all time, and we should have known where the series was going to go with Return of the fucking Jedi and the goddamn Ewoks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you don't like Ewoks?
Studboy, I don't like Ewoks. I don't like Jar Jar Binks. So the first 3 movies.
How do you feel
which are
about
4, 5, and 6?
How do you
4,
feel about
5,
the
and 6? Go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
4, 5, and 6 were a great trilogy that ended on a little bit of a sellout note. 1, 2, and 3, literally the best part about 1 is Darth Maul. They kill him off. 2
And he could have been a
3
great villain. Darth Maul could have been a
Could have been.
great villain.
Could have been, should have been. Really, if somebody with half a ball sack made that movie, it could have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And George Lucas was a genius, but like many geniuses, they lose their fucking edge, and they lose their they lose their artistry, and they lose their muse.
Start faking the
and
funk.
at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly. So the first three of my favorite movies of all time. I'll even say Return. And I should have known. Listen, little known fact. Do you know what the original name for Return of the Jedi was going to be?
Oh, actually, Studboy knows this. He's got a poster of it in his movie room. I will give him that.
So do I. Revenge of the Jedi. As soon as they changed
I have
that
a
We
original
need, to have,
print.
we need to have Coach K as a guest. on here.
Yeah, he might fit right in on here.
Yeah. Just an angry
Yeah, so-
nerd. just an
Exactly,
angry nerd.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
There's a little
good,
bit-
Coach. You're in good company
there's a
here. I'll
little
tell
bit
you
of
that.
nerd in me. There's a little bit of nerd in me. All right.
Hey, you're in
just 'cause I
good
can
company
shoot
because there's a lot of
sometimes
nerd
I
in
will.
both of us.
Exactly. So, Studboy, I love that you're fighting the fight, but I have to tell you, episode 1, 2, and 3, each movie had moments, but as a whole, horrible. And then the first of the next 3 had moments, but the only reason it had moments is because they basically remade Star Wars, right?
You mean
So
you're talking
it's
about the
same
Disney
fu-
ones?
Talking about the Disney ones.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible. We can all agree they're not good. We can all agree they had moments
they
but aren't good.
tried to remake Star Wars. The last one was horrible. I really hope that they turn Rey evil in this one, like they are saying they're going to, because otherwise it's just a waste of fucking space. I mean, what we really should be talking about is Wesley Snipes in the first 2 Blades, because everything else doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he loves Blade. They're redoing Blade. They're redoing Blade.
Yes, I know.
Are you hopeful or are you pessimistic?
I am hopeful because of the actor.
Yep.
I am
Should we
hopeful.
pose the question to
I
him
am
about Craven?
Yeah, how do you feel about Craven? Before we get out of here, how do you feel about Craven being the next villain for Black Panther? Played by Gerard Butler.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I'm for it. But Gerard Butler, I mean, White House Down. I mean, is it,
It doesn't have to be
300
Gerard
Gerard
It doesn't have to be
or-
Gerard Butler. It doesn't have to be Gerard Butler. I'm not married to it. I just
Oh, okay, all right. So let's take Gerard Butler out of it. I like it.
You don't like Gerard Butler as him. Okay, so who plays him? Okay.
Who's throwing this on me?
Who's
Rick Moranis.
who's playing him then?
Rick Moranis.
Who's playing him then? I don't know. I haven't put enough thought into the character. I like the idea, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big Black Panther guy.
Yeah.
But I liked the movie, and I've read some of the comics, but he's never really my guy.
But
So
Craven,
I like-
you like Craven though.
Yes, I like Craven. Yes, absolutely.
Agreed.
I don't know who's the best Craven, but
Yeah, I would do
you know, I just
Craven
thought,
movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
we got plenty
We
of
gotta come
time.
back to it. We got to come back to it.
100%.
All right, next time I call in, I think I'm gonna touch on much touchier subjects.
I would love that. I would love that. We started we started this podcast. The very first podcast that we did. We did 2 episodes before. We'll call those the prequels. On the new edition of Touchy Subjects, we wanted to talk about nerd stuff and hot button stuff. But the first issue, we just talked about punching Nazis the whole time. So this time we got drunk and talked about nerd stuff. Next time, who's to fucking say? Who's to say?
I'm gonna give you listen. I'm gonna give you touchy. All right, I'm gonna give you a touchy subject. Fuck Edmund Taverdian. There you go. I said it.
Whoa.
God damn it, it feels good.
Right here on the show.
Holy shit!
The bomb has been dropped, dude. The
Damn.
genie. You can't put the genie back in the bottle, Coach.
Damn.
No, you can't. You can't. I hate that guy. I'll talk to you later, guys.
Damn.
Later, brother.
All right. On that note, we're gonna
Love you, brother.
go to touchysubjectsshow.com. Touchysubjectshows.com.
Yeah.
Jason Jose, better known as Station. You guys are awesome. You guys did a good job. What do you got?
Dude, I'm just happy to be here.
Outcasts and Underdogs. You got.
No, I'm just happy to be here. Oh yeah, Outcast Underdogs.
Yeah. Oh, what Jay? You have a
Yeah.
a t-shirt line too.
No, tell it.
What do you got?
Yeah, same.
Well, what do you got for fun?
What are you doing for fun?
I just make shirts. I mean, I make designs that I like.
What's
Oh.
that? What's the Instagram?
It's Band-Aids. It's BANHAIDS, but it's
Spell that out again.
Fuck, I don't know.
BAND. Wait.
QP triangle green square.
I think there's a 9 in there.
At Outcast Underdogs at.
sorry. Band-Aids. I'm sorry. I'm like stuck, but don't worry about it.
All right. We'll worry about it later.
We'll worry about it later.
All
Hey,
right.
that's gonna be the theme song of this. That's gonna be the theme. That's gonna be the catchphrase of this show. We'll worry about it later.
All right.
We'll just piss everyone off and worry about it later.
All right. 2 weeks from today, on September 11th. No, nothing has nothing to do with September 11th. Just
No,
will be
we
there.
can talk about it. If
I
you
think
want.
I think September 11th should be a national holiday. Anyway.
I would agree.
But we'll get into
Regardless how you feel about it, like it should be.
that. No, it should be a national day of mourning. I
Yeah,
think
100%.
we should sit there and recognize that what happened that day. And I
100%.
think when was the last time we had a national holiday? I don't
Yeah.
know. Call it Freedom Day or something.
Yeah.
It's something.
I like it.
All right. I'll let you leave it.
Dude, I'm just glad to be here. I'm fucking happy to hang out with my friends and talk some shit.
Later, guys.
Yeah.